So we're going to learn about our third type of pattern that you're experimenting with, and for this one we are going to be looking at what is abstract pattern. So the first one that you did was representational, meaning that we could identify what we were looking at. The second one was a focus on type, so lettering, handwriting, and the last one is going to be abstract. So let's look at some examples. So abstract pattern is really about the elements and principles of art. So we're looking at the use of color, the use of line, and the use of shape predominantly to create a pattern. So here we can see a couple patterns that are coming together. So we see this almost checkered pattern, we have a bold stripe pattern, and then a smaller stripe pattern, kind of all working together to create its own pattern. It's up to you really how complex you want to get. So in this one you can see we have some layering. So there's almost these like cloud-like shapes with circles and then the chevron pattern over top of that. Here is some more layering as well that you can actually tell this one. These lines are running the whole way through, and then there's some more diagonal lines on top of that. So this is really the use of diagonal lines, layering, and varying in weight. So one thing I would encourage you to think about is what are you going to repeat, because you need to think of something to repeat in order to create a pattern. And then also, as you're repeating things, how can you bring in some variety, which tends to make things a little bit more interesting to look at. So here, they're repeating the use of black and white, they're repeating the use of diagonal lines, they're adding variety through the weight, through the direction, and through layering them. Here's another one. So they created pattern by the use of circles. They added variety by doing this flip in the colors that we're seeing, and it really starts to create an optical illusion, like they're actually bouncing back and forth and moving. So now that you have a couple examples, we're going to play with making our own abstract pattern designs.